My name's Tim and I work for Sun Chlorella. I'm a brand ambassador. I've been into health and wellness for the past 9 years now, so I have my own health issues and I still do, even today. And that stimulated my search for answers in terms of natural remedies and superfoods and nutrients I could take to help improve my quality of life. So I came across chlorella about right at the beginning, about 9 years ago, and I've been taking it ever since then, but like on and off. But it's only recently, after being approached by Sun Chlorella and working with Sun Chlorella, have I really delved back into it in a deep way and started taking it in a big way again. And I'm amazingly grateful for that. So. Chlorella has always been on my radar because, I mean, the company is 50 years old, so it's, I believe, one of the longest running chlorella companies in the world. And so I've seen it around a lot in health food stores. I happen to have a couple of friends who are incredible nutritionists who've been working with Sun Chlorella now for a few years, and they recommended it. But yeah, they're an amazing company, and they've always been on my radar as the premium product. Yeah, chlorella also is the richest food source of chlorophyll. One of the richest plant sources is alfalfa, which is 0.2% chlorophyll, and chlorella has anywhere from 3 to 5%, so it's incredibly high. It's the highest found anywhere in nature, and chlorophyll, we need chlorophyll for life on this planet. Without chlorophyll, we wouldn't be able to breathe oxygen. It's the primal source which converts sunlight into energy in a form which the whole natural world can utilize for themselves. It's been extensively studied over the past 100 years, and they found that chlorophyll is been found to detoxify the body, bind to toxins, help to eliminate, purify the blood. It can help with improving energy, strength, stamina, and workload in the gym. So chlorella is amazingly good for athletes and stuff like that. A lot of people who tend to like chlorella or are very interested in it after speaking to them are people who have digestive issues. So one of the things which is amazing about chlorella is that it ticks many boxes in the healing of the digestive tract. For one, it is a superfood, so because of all of those nutrients, it can nourish the gut lining. It can nourish the epithelial cells of your gut, and that can help with just maintaining your gut and doing what it needs to do, so absorbing nutrients, detoxifying toxins. It then has that detoxification effect. So the thick cell wall, which surrounds chlorella and protects chlorella, when it's broken open, which Sun Chlorella does really well with its dynamo process, breaking it open using pressure, so you don't denature or ruin any of the good nutrients inside. That exposes the cell wall and also all the nutrients like chlorophyll, and that mops up the toxins in the gut, so it can bind to the just toxic debris that can be lodged there, heavy metals, any toxins which is inhibiting the gut, also causing a lot of bad bacteria to grow there. So bad bacteria tend to favor toxic environments. They tend to go where there's an accumulation of heavy metals in the body, so that can help remove them and, in a sense, help to reduce that growth of bad bacteria there. Chlorophyll has also been found to actually stunt the growth of bad bacteria, and the chlorella growth factor and the chlorophyll in chlorella helps to stimulate the production or the growth of beneficial bacteria. So they did a study where they added just a small percentage, I think it's like 0.5% to 1% of chlorella to a lactobacillus culture, and it increased its growth fourfold through just that. So just a small inclusion of that can help repopulate your gut as well. And then the chlorella growth factor, that unique substance found in chlorella, it can help with the healing of the tissues in the gut. So if you've got leaky gut, it can help mend that epithelial layer, speed up the healing process, and they've had amazing results with with chlorella with the healing of digestive issues, ulcers, leaky gut, gut imbalances, things like that. So yeah, it's amazing for the digestive system. One of the perfect foods actually for the digestive system. Any way I can get it into my body. So I love chlorella. I mean, especially after doing more research into chlorella, I think one of the best ways of taking something like chlorella is doing your own reading on it. Chlorella is extensively studied, been studied now on animals and humans. Because of that, we know of the benefits of it, and when you read those studies, it helps you implement things in your diet more. So whenever I was trying to take more of a nutrient, and maybe I was like, especially with chlorella because it's quite green, some people are like, it's too green for me. When you read on it, it helps you to get on board with it, take it more regularly, and implement it in your diet a lot easily. But I generally like to take it as in a capsule form, like this. So I like consistency. So there's no good if you're going to have something amazing if you're not going to take it. So the great thing with it in the capsules or in the tablets is that you can have them in the morning when you're just in a rush. You just need to run outside. You can have it really, really easily. Or if you want, like my son does, you can just take the tablets, put them in your mouth and chew them. And I actually have come to really enjoy doing that. That's normally what I do, is I put the tablets in my mouth and I chew them. And it doesn't taste bad for me. I really like the taste. It's kind of like a little bit of seaweedy taste, but it's quite savory. As I said, my son eats them that way. He's almost 4 years old. He's been eating it since he was very, very young. He loves it. He goes crazy for it. Eats them like Smarties. Also add them into smoothies. So if you're a person like me and my partner, we make smoothies every morning for breakfast. There's like a meal replacement, breakfast or lunch. So you can add them into chocolate smoothies, green smoothies, any one which you want to do really. I mean, I'm a big chocolate fan, so I love putting it in my chocolate smoothies. However, I find that in terms of flavor, it goes really, really well in green smoothies, just because you got like other green vegetables in there already, and then the banana and stuff like apple and coconut water can help like just take the edge off the greenness of it. Really, chlorella, any way you can get it in. I mean, I've heard of people putting it in their yogurts, into their like breakfast cereals. People put it in their cooking, so it's completely up to you. And in Japan, they've got it in their nori wraps. They put it in everything. So yeah, really depends on you and what your lifestyle is. Really. There's a few things in the world from the superfoods and herbs that I've come across that I would recommend to everyone, and chlorella is one of those things. I honestly believe that chlorella would benefit absolutely anyone who would take it, just because it is, at its simplest, it is just an incredible superfood. But it ticks so many boxes, and generally there's a few things in the world which I've come across through my studies in nutrition and health and wellness that I would recommend to absolutely everyone, and chlorella is one of those superfoods. Just because it does so many things, it ticks a lot of boxes, and a lot of chronic illness all have issues in those three areas that chlorella helps with, such as nutrition, detoxification, and healing of the tissues. But yeah, anyone who wants to improve their lifestyle, who wants to improve energy levels, I think it's great for energy, just because it helps to remove the clutter from your body and then gets your body to do what it naturally needs to do. People who are looking for like a longevity food, something to stay off old age or the effects of old age. People who are trying to heal themselves from chronic illnesses, especially with the digestive tract. I mean, it's been found to help with blood sugar issues, so people who have irregularities with their blood sugar, or they're pre-diabetic, or they're in that kind of range, that can help normalize blood sugar levels. People with hypertension, so high blood pressure, it's been found to help with high blood pressure. Reducing cholesterol levels, normalizing triglyceride levels in the blood. people with liver issues. I think for me, liver issues and detoxification is a big one for me. So I have my mum, she's a dentist, and she's been exposed to a lot of mercury through the 30 plus years where she's been a dentist. I think it's even more than that. And when she was tested, she had dangerously high levels of mercury in her system. So it was great when I came across chlorella and found out that they have done studies on how chlorella absorbs mercury. So it's only recent, but I've been putting it on her on it, and I'm just really happy to have found something that can naturally detoxify her body in a safe way, because she's already showing signs of different like chronic illnesses as a result of too much toxicity in her body. And I think absolutely everyone in our modern lifestyle, if you're in a first world country such as ours, where you're exposed to so many toxins in your environment, I think chlorella is key, because it does bind to so many different types of toxins which you are exposed to from your environment, from your food supply, from your water supply. So generally I would say this is a great inclusion for absolutely anyone, whether they're healthy, unhealthy or otherwise. And athletes, obviously athletes. Ruben Tavares, who's another spokesman for us, he's really well versed in that, and he's with his clients. He's with every single one of his clients, he's put them on Sun Chlorella, and he said in all cases they have shown improvement in their performance and in their ability as a result of it, because it helps to remove lactic acid, it helps to remove other like byproducts of metabolism, and then oxygenate the blood and reduce recovery time. So yeah. So what they found, they've recently done a study, because it's been quite disputed recently for a while whether chlorella has a B12 which is can be utilized by the body, because there's other ones, algae such as spirulina, which doesn't. It has an inactive form of B12. And they did a study recently on B12 and the effect it has, chlorella, and the effect it has on our B12 levels, and it has shown that with these very accurate markers, that with these different vegetarians and vegans, when they were taking Sun Chlorella as a form of B12 supplementation, it improved their B12 levels. So it has a great source of B12 for vegans and vegetarians, especially because you can't really get a great source of B12 in a regular vegan diet unless you're taking supplementation from some of the other kind of like synthetic supplements. Lots of trace minerals, omega-3s, proteins, incredibly good for detoxification, very good for the liver. It can help remove pesticides, herbicides, different types of heavy metals from the system, safely eliminated from the body. So yeah, it's one of the perfect actual superfoods for our day and age and in the modern lifestyle that we have, because it ticks so many boxes. And also it contains something very unique to chlorella, which is something called chlorella growth factor, and it's been found and studied and found to help with increasing the healing process of the body and stimulating growth and repair of your cells and tissues. So they've had amazing incidences where people with chronic illness, and they've tried using other forms of traditional medicine or methods, conventional medicine to heal it, and nothing has been working. But through taking chlorella and also chlorella growth factor, which is an extract which Sun Chlorella does, it's helped to stimulate that healing process, and they've actually seen it within a few days, the tissues beginning to heal. So yeah, it's quite broad. So it's one of those things where I honestly feel it would benefit everyone to consume it. It's a natural food. It's not like some of those artificial supplements that you can buy. So you know that you're not going to have the risk of getting ill from taking it or taking too much of it. There's no negative side effects from taking it either. It's an amazing superfood to include into your diet. It's giving you in your body a lot of the things that you don't find in your conventional diet, which I think, especially now in this day and age where we have a lot of over-industrialized farming, lots of chemicals being sprayed on our foods, GMOs. Our food just isn't as nutritious as it used to be back in the day. So these types of foods like chlorella can help bring in a natural, bioavailable supplementation to build up your nutrient levels so that you have like a healthy and abundant lifestyle. It's definitely a longevity food as well. So it's great for the liver. It's been found to help with the nourishing the liver to get it to do what it needs to do, as well as detoxify a lot of toxins which are really tough to remove from the body. So different types of heavy metals, which are often been found to be really tough, like cadmium, lead, even sometimes mercury, different types of pesticides, dioxins, herbicides, things like that. And then it also contains chlorella growth factor, which is a unique DNA, RNA compound found in chlorella, which helps to stimulate the growth, healing, and repair of the bodily tissues. So it's associated with longevity. They found that like people with diets which are high in this DNA and RNA have longer lifestyles. Animals which do the same, they live longer, like whales, turtles, lobsters. They all have high RNA and DNA in them. So and in their diets. And it's been found to help just the general healing and growth of the body, especially when people have difficulties, when they don't have the right nutrients to do so. Yeah, they can get that through chlorella, especially with different types of chronic illnesses and diseases, stuff like that.